Yo, so you got yourself GDevelop, and you heard about this thing. It doesn't need code, and you're like, man, this is the time. I'm gonna make my own game. But now you're like, okay, I got the thing. How do I do it? How do I start? And I'm gonna show you the whole process. I'm gonna make a simple game. I'm thinking like a platformer. I still don't really have an idea of what I want to do. We're gonna just kind of like wing it. But so, how do you actually start the process of making a game? And first of all, let me just leave you with this thing, right? Don't think about making the biggest game ever. Don't think about making the game of your dreams. Don't do any of that because you don't know how to make it, right? So, make something really simple. Make a game from start to finish. And even if it's like the most basic game, and you're already going to be miles ahead than everybody else because there's so many people that pick up this kind of stuff and they start making a game and they never finish, right? And so they never really learn. So pick up GDevelop, make a simple game, start to finish, couple levels, something that you can go, wow, that's my game, I did that, right? And I'm going to show you how to do that. So to begin, before anything, we need assets. And for those of you who are looking at the screen and are going like, I know what that is. That's Piskel, and I can't draw. So bye bye. Don't go away. I can't draw either. Don't worry. This is pixel art. This is going to be very, very simple stuff. You can see what I'm doing and you can kind of wing it as well. Again, this is going to be a simple game. Doesn't need to be like anything special. Doesn't need to be very pretty. Could be squares for all we care, right? It could be little blocks with eyes, make some cute jellies or whatever, right? Um, the point is, even though there's websites out there where you can get free assets and things of the sort, try making something yourself, like the simple stuff, right? I'm not much of an artist either, so mine isn't gonna be any better than yours. But just keep chipping away at it, and you're gonna be able to like make some amazing stuff. Anyways, what the heck is an asset, right? So an asset is anything that is part of a game, really. Other than the code. I mean, the code is kind of a never mind, right? So it's the stuff that you can see in here, really. Think like Super Mario. Like the Mario himself, like the character running around, that's an asset. The coins that he picks up, that's an asset. The image of the coin spinning, that's an asset. The sound he makes when he picks up a coin, that's an asset. It's all the building blocks that make up the game. And you're like, man, I got none of those. What do I do? Do I start downloading? Do I go on itch.io and just download all the packs in the world? Don't. Because then you're going to get option paralysis. You're going to get too much stuff and you'll do nothing. So don't do that, right? GDevelop already has like an inbuilt sound machine. It's probably like not the best thing in the world, but it will do, right? And it also has Piskel. Actually, I downloaded. You can go on Google, just type in Piskel, and then download the desktop version, right? That's what I'm using. It runs a bit better. So you can do both. Like GDevelop has sounds, and Piskel, you can draw stuff, right? So let's start. And first of all, let me just tell you, I'm blind. I am legally blind. I got less than a tenth of vision. Well, I think way below that at this point. So if I can do it, you can do it, right? And so if you see something weird on me taking too long to make stuff, that's why. So, anyways, where do we start? Well, we start with Piskel. We open up Piskel, and we're going to make something very basic. We're going to make a character, and we're going to make a platform. And I have no idea what the heck I'm going to do. Right. So, where do we start with Piskel? Well, Piskel starts, I keep zooming out, but Piskel starts like this, right? So, the very first thing you're going to do is go here on the side and you're going to click this thing, and this is going to pop up. It's going to say something. We want to make both of these 16. So this one's 16. We're going to change this one to 16 as well. And then we're going to press enter to make sure it sticks. There you go. So now we made it 16 by 16, which means 16 blocks by 16 blocks. And if you think about it, it's like 16 blocks, right? It ain't that big, right? So here's how I like to start. I like to take my measurements. That's the mouse wheel. So let's make a character. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 8, right? 16 by 16. So there's no actual block in the middle, right? So it's these two are the middle. So I'm just making a little measurement for myself. So what about if we try to make a little knight? So knights are kind of not too hard, right? So let's make something like this. We're going to make a corner. And then, so here's a trick about pixel art. You can make something decent by just making it with the right measurements. If you just press and start drawing stuff, it's not going to look good. But if you click your squares in and you make it like symmetrical, see? Just that little piece there, it looks like something, right? It's just symmetrical out of nowhere. All right, so that's 2. 2. Let's do something like this. This could be part of his helmet. Now he needs a visor, right? So we can't, it's going to be a platformer. So he needs to look this away. He can't just look in the middle. That'll look weird. So let's make a visor kind of like this. And then like this. Does that look good? It does look like something, right? But this is too big. So we're going to delete these. We're going to make it there. Delete that one. And kind of like that. So just like that, we kind of have a helmet. It'd be cooler if it was a bit bigger, I think. Let's try making the head a bit bigger. So I'm going to delete this one, this line. Oh, I'm overthinking this. Like, I'm just going to make something simple and then move on so we can start making our game. So I just increased the head by a little bit. It's not, it has a little breathing room. Let's give him some color. Right now it looks weird, right? Because it's all like see-through. So we're going to click here in the corner and the color palette's going to show up, right? So I'm going to drag around here-ish and you can see the color here. It's a bit too bright. Maybe that. Oh, pardon me. Let's click on the paint bucket and the paint bucket just paints everything that is not in connection, right? Like that. Maybe a bit brighter. Right? Maybe it's a bit too dark. Or purplish. Oh my god, where's my mouse? Yeah, it's a bit better, but it kind of looks like he has a big forehead. Oh, you know what? Check this out. I know how it'd look cool. Like if we give him like some ghosty eyes. So we have the head thing, right? So now we give him like this. And he has some ghosty eyes. That kind of looks cool, right? Hmm. Maybe the head's too small. Maybe if we make his head a bit more flat. Also, you can press the 1 through 9 to select the colors that you've just used. Oh, and here I was thinking is like, oh, just don't overthink it. Just draw something, move on. People don't care. Uh, let's try. It's okay. I'm just gonna try one more time. See how it looks with a bigger head. What is it? 3? No, 2. And ooh, that kind of looks weird, right? That kind of looks like he has 3 eyes. Right. So, he has 1 eye. Oh no. If there's none of that color on the screen, then it disappears from your selection. Let's try. Let's try making his eyes like this. Like Bomberman eyes. And now we actually give him a little extra. Oh, I like that. And then do we take this one? No, right? That looks weird. It looked better if it was like black and black. Yeah. What about if we make it there? Oh, much better. I think. All right. Moving on. Moving on. Move on, dude. All right. We got the eyes. And now maybe I made his head too big. All right. Whatever it is you do, you can always come back. All right. So I have an idea. Um, maybe like this. Maybe. Okay, let's make it like that, and we'll see how this goes. Uh, so you can draw anything you want, right? Just have fun with it. We need a pencil. We're gonna get the pencil, and you can always come back to this, right? So the last time I made a character, it took me like I started with like something very very basic, and then like every single day I chip away at it. Every day I made a little bit better and a little bit better, and then eventually I actually got something really cool. I kind of like that. Like this one doesn't need to be there. Oh, we need to bring him down one more. Do we? No. You know what? Let's see if we live with it like this. Gonna make him give him an outline. That's fine. That's fine. That's workable. Right. So now we need a body. We need to give him a body. And we're just gonna make a simple one. We're gonna go here and we're gonna make like the simplest thing. It's just gonna be a square. I already have sort of an idea. So now he needs feet. We're gonna give him little feet like that. And we're gonna do the same here. And just like that. All right. And now we're gonna color the whole thing. And for the colors, just use basic colors. Use the same colors on everything, right? Because if you use too many colors, if you try like to make shades and stuff, you're gonna you're gonna regret it real quick. Because every time you need to make animations and stuff, it's going to look weird. So look at that. We get a little. It looks like a little trash can, but we got a little knight. See, it doesn't need to be something spectacular, but just something simple. Make the simplest thing. Look at that. You can copy this if you want. And that's the best thing about like pixel art is that the smallest thing you can copy it because there's so many pixels, right? It's not like a big work of art where you have all the details. This is pixels. There's only so many pixels, right? Okay. So anyways, so it's gonna look a bit boring if he. Why is this not here? Oh, he is. He's just really tiny. Uh, full. There we go. Full. Uh, so yeah, if he just stands like that, he's gonna look a bit boring. So now you're like, man, animations. I don't do animations. How do I never went to animation school. It's like neither have I. But check this out. If you ever played any kind of 2D game, you're gonna know about the head bop, which is let's grab I think it's this one. Rectangle tool. We don't want to draw oh no, it's this one. It's the selection, right? And we're gonna copy this. So where's the thing? Okay, this one's to copy. The little things. You click on this corner, and you made two of them, right? Say if you think about Rogue Legacy or something, where the characters always like bopping their heads and stuff. That's the head bop animation we're gonna do. They like to bop. All right. So all we're gonna do is we're gonna select the entire head, and you're gonna be amazed. You're gonna be like, "Oh my god, it was so easy." We don't even need to be precise. We just need to grab the entire head. Right. So you select the entire head. Now it's like this, right? Now you're gonna press Control C to copy, or V. You can do V. Control V. And now you just where'd the head go? And now you're gonna plop it down. You're gonna drag it down. See, the head was like that. In the moment you move, the outline shows up. So now you're gonna drag it. Oh, just one down. See, it was like that, right? And then you're gonna paste. Now we pasted. Now check this out. Animation. We did it. Oh, and there's a bar here. If you slow it down, see? Look at that. How cool is that? You've just made animation. You did it. He's alive. My God, he's alive. You're like, but that's too quick. My God. Like, if I leave it like that, he's like, oh, he's got something. He looks silly. That's easy. We go like this. So this one's the heads up. By the way, once you get the thing selected, this one, you can use the arrows up and down, like to change between them. Right. So the top one is the regular one. So look at this. We're gonna make it smoother by just duplicating this. So we're gonna duplicate number one. Right. So 1 and 2 are the same. And then we're going to duplicate number 3. So now 3 and 4 have the head down, and 2 and 3, and 1 and 2 have the head up. And look, it looks smoother. And that's with a fast animation. If we bring it down, and once you get into GDevelop, you can actually do this, like make the animations faster or slower. And look at that. We now have a main character who's animated. How awesome is that? We could go nuts with this, right? We can make his eyes blink. We can do all sorts of cool stuff that's really easy to make, really simple. But right now, we just want to get in GDevelop and we want to start programming. So we already have the main character. The next one's going to be easy. We're just going to need a platform. So we get a main character right now. We're going to do the rest of the animations on the next episode. But right now, we just want to get in and we want to start making our game, right? We want to do cool stuff. So what do we do? Well, first of all, we're going to go to the floppy disk. And we're going to click on Save As. And we're going to save our little knight. So little knight. Little knight. Knight. There you go. I know how to spell. But this is just the Piscal file, right? This is the file we're going to come back to every time we want to add new animations. And then you press enter and you saved. My God, you got your own character. Now we're going to delete all of this. Or how do we start a new one? Good question. I think it's here. No? How do we start a new one? Oh, you know what? There you go. That's how we do it. You close it. You know you saved because, oh my God, there was a step. I missed a step, but whatever. We're gonna make this one, and then we're gonna go back to the night. Don't worry. So we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna start on that one, and we're gonna make it 16 by 16, and then we're gonna press enter to make it 16 by 16 squares. And now this one's gonna be very simple. We're gonna make an outline. Actually, we can do the square. Right, we can actually do the square. We're gonna select the square thing. We already have we already there we go. I can't speak for some reason. We already there we go. English. Have the black line selected, the black. So we're just gonna go to the corner. We're gonna drag it, and we made a square. We're gonna grab this thing. Now, just to make it pretty, so it doesn't look too blocky, we're going to take the edges off. I'm just pressing the right click. Ta-da! And now, actually, we're going to Blake? What the heck? We're going to make a second block. So we got one there. So we count 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to make it. And then we're going to come here to the corner. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. Is this right? It's not right. That doesn't seem right. This seems right. Did I do it right? I don't know. Let me count. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh my God, this is 1, 2, 3. It's okay. We can fix it. Nobody saw anything. I knew all those years of kindergarten would pay off someday. There you go. Nobody saw anything. So we have a square, and we take the edges off. We're gonna press the right click, and we take the thing off. And now we're gonna select two colors. What colors we're gonna select? Shall we make it like a dirt tile? So what is like a brown? This is like the hardest thing for me is to like figure out where the heck the brown is. But this is kind of brownish, right? We're gonna go here. That's a brownish color, right? I mean, it looks kind of orangey. Let's see. That's workable, right? Let's roll with it. So we're gonna use the same color, but you just bring it down a notch. And then we do it in the middle. That is not enough of a difference. It looked more like a difference. This looks really dark. That's okay-ish, right? Yeah, that's fine. That's fine for now. And it's the beginnings, whatever. We can always come back. This is the cool thing, right? We can always come back and fix it. So now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to save it. We're going to click. And we're going to save as. And we're going to save as. Actually, we're going to make a folder. I know. It's all in. I know it's all in bloody hieroglyphs. What is this language? I don't know. Okay, we're going to call it. Little Knight's Tiny Adventure. I didn't think about this name, but it's okay. So we're gonna grab our little knight, and we're gonna plop it there, and then we're gonna go in and we're gonna make. Oh my god! There we go. Whatever. We're gonna call it tile 1. Not Tyler 1, not that one. Just tile 1. And okay. And we pressed it. Now, the part that I missed before. We need to export the image, right? So we're gonna go. What are we gonna go? Go. There we go. No, that's the import. Here we go. It's the picture. We're gonna click this picture, and we're gonna go. Others, and download. Which ones? Export the C file. C file frame. Export selected frame. There we go. It's this one. It's the bottom one. Sorry, it's been a while since I've done this. And the resolution, we're gonna change it to 64 by 64. It actually keeps the resolution. So then we're just gonna click. It says download, export as frame. That means when you press this button, we're actually going to export the frame we have selected. So click that one. It says download, but we're not actually downloading. Oh my god. Where do I have it? Oh, here we go. Piscal Doodles. And Little Knights. And we're going to make a new folder. New folder. And we're going to call it Tile 1. And we're already going to make a new folder. And we're going to call it, because we're going to come back here plenty. And we're going to call it Little Knight. Little Knight. That's going to be for later. But right now, we're going to go to Tile. Tile 1, 1, that's fine. And we're going to save. There you go. We saved. We're done. I believe. I believe in a thing called love. All right. We're gonna go back to Piscal because we done goofed and we forgot to do the little knight. So we're gonna do the same thing. First of all, we need to load, which is the folder. And now it's recover recent, import from picture, load Piscal. There we go. Load Piscal is the one we want. That's a good thing because now you learn how to go back to Piscal. There we go. Little knight, Piscal. We have a little knight. Now we're gonna start on the first frame. So we have this one selected. Don't click on the bin. This deletes it. We have the first one selected, and now we're gonna export all four one by one. So we're gonna go on the picture. Others. We change this 64 to 64. It already is, right? And we're gonna download the bottom one. Export the frame. And Piscal Doodles. Little knight. Little knight. New Piscal 1. Let's just call this Little Knight 1. And save. We're going to press the down arrow to go to number 2, and we're going to do exactly the same thing. So 64 by 64. Save the frame or download. And I'm going to click it just to get the name. And then I'm going to just swap the 1 for a 2. Now, again, we're going to press the down arrow, do it for number 3. So we're saving the frames. We're saving our animation one by one. Let me just check. No, the dimensions are still 16 by 16. So I don't know what the resolution is about. So we're still going to have to change that. So I'm going to click it just to get the name so I don't have to type it all over because I'm lazy. And I'm going to get number 3. Press the down arrow to number 4. And so this, I don't even know what this means. I don't know what that does. I thought it was doing something else. It is not. Click on that. And number 4. Little Knight. And press enter. And we saved. So we got everything. We got all 4 animations, all 4 frames. It's saying that I'm not saving because I didn't. Because there's no need to save. Oh my god. Everything that's so bright I can't see. Okay. I don't want to save. Thank you. Thank you for caring. But I don't need you. Then we finally open up GDevelop. When you're finally done, you got your character, you got your thing. Never mind this. This is my other project. Now we're gonna click there in the corner. Maybe yours is different. I'm gonna go on File, Create, and New Empty Project. Then GDevelop is gonna be really nice. And it's gonna be like, what exactly do you want to do? Do you want to do a mobile game? Do you want to do desktop mobile kind of thing? Or do you want to do a full-on desktop, big HD kind of thing? Oh, pardon me. We're going to do a hybrid. We're going to do a medium scale, 1280 by 720p. Groovy Hammer. It's the project name. No, it is not. We're going to change it. It's going to be, what do we call it? Like Little Knight's Tiny Adventure? Little Knight's Tiny Adventure. You want to save on your computer? Yes. Yes, I do. Choose a folder. Uh, this is my other project, right? Yep. Press new folder. Uh, little. What's the abbreviation? Little Knights Tiny Adventure. Licta. I don't like that. Little Knights. Little Knights Tiny Adventure. Tiny Adventure. There you go. Licta. I don't like the licta. Okay, make a folder just for your character, just for your game, and then okay, it's not gonna let me just press enter. I actually need to go select folder. Okay, what else? What else do we get? It's gonna save on users. We're gonna say optimize for pixel art, and we're gonna take this off. The allow users yada yada yada, and create project. And just like that, we're in, boys. And so this is what you see to begin with. I don't see because this is too bright for my eyes. This is like being flashbanged. It's like, my eyes. I'm like a vampire when it comes to bright things. I'm like, no. I don't want to suck your blood anymore. Right. So, if you're like me and you hate bright things, the very first thing you're going to do while looking at the screen is right here at the bottom, you have something called the background, which is this bright thing we're looking at. Here on the side, we have the color of it. I'm going to click it. I'm going to go to blue. See, as soon as he's changed, it changed. And I'm going to make it something a bit more easy on the eyes. Oh, that is so much better. Oh, thank you. Okay. We can't make it too dark because otherwise we can't see the black colors if they show up. But this is okay. This is okay. Okay. So now we're finally on GDevelop. We're finally doing stuff. We're here. We've done the hard part. It's like, oh, whew, we're sweaty. We did like art. Oh my god. I didn't think it was possible, but I did it. So whatever it is you did, you'll be okay. And just do a little block, whatever. So what do you do here? Where do you begin? Well, to begin, we're going to go up here in the corner where there's this cardinal sign, which is also actually the grid. So we're going to click it, and we're going to click Show Mask, and we're going to click Show Grid, and then lastly, we're going to set up L Grid. And we're going to change the cell side from 32 to 32 to 64. Not cell side, cell size to 64. And that's fine. We can leave the thing. We don't need to change anything else. And we're going to apply. So now we have no idea where the screen begins. Is it there? Is that what this line is? I don't know anymore. I can't tell. Like I think that's one of the oversights. No, it is, right? That's where the thing ends. But then does he go up or does he go down? It doesn't matter, right? Right, this stuff doesn't matter where you actually start because the camera is gonna center on the character. Right, so we got a grid. We can get rid of the grid for now, actually. So we can not show the grid. It's fine. It's still gonna do the thing. That was just so we can have an idea, but we fixed it, right? It's 64 by 64. It's still there. We just can't see it. So where do we begin? Actually make the game. We go here in the corner, not add layer. And we're going to add an object. We click it, and this thing pops up. Now, there's a lot of objects, and you're like, oh my god, what is all this? You don't need to use half of these. 90% of these, you can ignore it for now. These are all very specific things. The ones we're mostly going to be using are going to be sprites. Sprites are the tiles that make up the level, the platforms. It's going to be the character moving, all this stuff, right? So for now, we're going to make sprites. We're going to click on sprite, and this is going to show up. We made a sprite. So to begin with, we're going to call this, instead of new sprite, we're going to call him Little Knight. And down here, they have create with Piskel or import image. We're going to import. They actually have a store. This is a new change. They kind of goofed, because before you could actually just add the animation and go straight to the store, and now it's like, why do I need to pick between these? I don't know. It's weird. But anyways, so we're gonna add the animation, and now we're gonna go to where we saved our Little Knight, and we're gonna start with just one of them. Actually, no, we can import all of them. So we're gonna select all of these. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And press enter. And then it's gonna say, this is not in the folder. Would you like to move it to the asset folder of your project? You're gonna say, yep. And now we have created our character, our tiny, tiny little character. It's right there. Animation 0 has no name. It began. You did something. You've imported your character. So first of all, we need to fix him. We're going to click on Edit with Piskel. And this stuff's going to show up, right? We're going to be back on Piskel. And you're like, oh, no, please, no more drawing. It's fine. You're not going to draw anymore. It's okay. We're going to do something we should have done on exporting. But also, so here's a pro tip. Here's something really cool. When you're working on Piskel, you're going to work and you want to make like simple things. Work on small tiles, like 8 by 8, 16 by 16, like we did right now with our tiles, right? And our characters, 16 by 16. But then 16 by 16 is tiny. It's really small. So we need to make him big so he can actually be seen. So to do this, all we need to do is go here on the resizing. And then we're gonna wait, let me zoom in so I can actually see what I'm doing. Oh, it's already selected. Maintain aspect ratio and resize canvas content. So by increasing this, we're actually going to increase our character size. And when we do this, oh my god, where's my mouse? There it is. When we do this, to keep him in ratio of exactly what we did but bigger, we need to do in doubles. So 16 times 2, 32. And then 32 times 2, 64, right? So we're going to change any of these to 64. And press enter to save. And you're like, nothing changed. It's like, you're wrong. Wait, it doesn't end there. I'll show you. If you notice, look how small our mouse is. And if you zoom in, see, this was a square before, and now it's 4 squares. So basically, we just 4 times the amount of squares. Now it's a 64 by 64. It just doesn't look like it. And then we're going to click save. And just like that, look at that. We made him big. He's a big boy now. He's all grown up. Okay, so we got a knight. Now, up here, also, we're going to change this animation to idle. That's going to be the name of the animation. Now, up here, we have properties, and then we have behaviors. And these are like the selling points of GDevelop. These are like the things that are going to help you make the game work without having to code. Well, it's one of them. You need to do programming, but certain things you don't even need to do programming. The programming is already done for you. So we're going to collect behaviors and then add your first behavior. That's another cool thing. It's like GDevelop, it like speaks to you. It's like the way they word things isn't like a software telling you the stuff that it does. It's like it talks to you. It's add your first behavior. Behavior add features to objects in the matter of clicks. It's like a sentence. It's talking to you. So we're gonna add behavior. Now we have all these weird things like, oh, which one do I want? You want to go up here and you're going to type platformer. And a lot of stuff is going to start showing up. Platformer this, platformer that. You're going to put platformer object. Or platformer character. There we go. That's the one. And then we have all sorts of parameters. We're going to leave these as they are right now. Next thing we want, so that the camera follows the character around, is going to be the smooth camera. So wait, let me zoom out so you can actually see where I'm going. Down here in the corner, we're gonna add one more behavior. Now this stuff shows up again. And we're going to put the smooth camera. Smooth camera. There you go. Again, has a bunch of parameters and stuff. You don't need it. Just close it. And we're done. We have a character. And we're going to press apply. And we're done. There you go. There's our little character. We're done with the character, right? For now. Now we're going to add, that's a layer. Never mind that. We're going to add new object. Going to click on sprite once again. And this shows up. And we're going to import. We're going to back one. And we're going to import our tile. And again, it's like, do you want to bring this to the folder? You're like, yep, okay. And that's it. That's our little tile thing. So now it's like, we need to fix him. Because again, he's tiny, like 16 by 16. So we go on pixel. And resize. Keep aspect ratio. Do all this stuff. And we're going to change to 64 by 64. Press enter. And save. And ta-da! See, it got big. And this doesn't matter. You can call it whatever. It's just a tile. So what else do we need? We're going to go on behaviors. Actually, before we do that, we're going to change the name from new sprite. And we're going to call it tile, not Tosa, tile 1. And now we're going to go on behaviors. We're going to go add a behavior. And we're going to add the platform behavior. Platform. And we're going to click it. And we're done. Just like that. Then we're going to we're going to press apply. And we're done. We got our knight and we got our tile inside GDevelop. Now, let's start making the game. Let's just make it come alive, actually do something. So let's start with the tile. We're going to click and drag the tile onto the screen. Where does the there we go. Let me just double check. This is 64 by 64, right? We didn't screw it up, right? Oh no. Okay, so we need the grid to be showing for it actually to snap. That's fine. Gonna click show grid. And there we go. With the grid showing, now it snaps. Okay. I didn't know that. Didn't know the grid had to be showing for it to snap. All right. So with the grid showing, so now we're gonna copy, Control C, and then paste. 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 And paste. And we're gonna put another one there, another one there, another one there. There is a better way of doing this, and I will show you, but right now, we just want to do stuff. And we're going to make some more floor. There we go. Kind of looks like a boat. We're on a sailboat of adventure. And now we're going to grab our little knight. And again, he's snapping to grid. And we're just going to put him there. Right. Anywhere, really. Just put him there. And just like that, we got a game. If we go up here and press preview, check this out. We've done no programming, no coding. Look, he's moving. And if I press jump, he jumps. See? Look at that. We got a game. We did it. And we didn't go to any website. We didn't download anything. This is we. We did it. How cool is that? Okay, you're like, but what about the animation? You did the animation. It's not animated. What gives? What happened? Well, two things. First of all, let me actually see what this looks like when we have the full screen. Because I'm thinking, nah, this is fine. I was thinking about making him bigger. This is fine. This is okay. Yeah, if it's for cell phone, it'll be tiny. I think it would be hard for people to see this. But to be played on computer, I think you'll be fine. We can always scale up later. So you're like, okay, but what happened to the animation? So we're going to double click the tiny knight. And what happened was this. We didn't loop it. So we're going to click loop on the animation. So the animation got to the end and it's like, I'm done. So we stopped. So let's click here on the preview to see the animation. That's good. We can make it faster or slower here in the corner. We have these parameters we can adjust. Like, we can go like that. Now it's slower. Or we can increase the time. Then, that makes it slower. Oh, that is like, he's really slow. He's like, oh man, I'm so tired. So let's go the other way around. Oh, now he's on crack. I forget. Where did we start? It's fine. Let's just find 0.1. Yeah, 0.1 is okay. We're happy. So we click OK. We click apply. Remember, the animation is now on loop. Apply. And preview. And look at that. He's animated. He's moving. How cool is that? But You're probably thinking, man, but that's kind of lame, right? Because that's the only animation he has. He's not flipping. He's not moving to the right place or whatever. But we haven't done those yet. Don't worry, we will. We're gonna do the walking animation. We're gonna do all of those. But for now, we got a game, right? Didn't download anything. Oh, and we got our own little game. Okay, so that was it for this one. It was a long one, but it's the first one, right? So now we're gonna do like small increments, small little videos, doing little bit by little bit, so you can follow along. But this one was like the big step, right? This is like the getting ready. Looks a bit weird when it's like scaled down. Yeah, it looks like he has an eye bigger than the other. That's because of the aspect ratio. Yeah, now it looks right. Yeah. It still looks a bit off because it has the bar up here at the top. Right. Anyways, so that was it for this video. I'll catch you guys on the next one. And I'll try to get these out daily, do little by little, because I'm still working on the other project. So you'll get to see this one come to life bit by bit. Anyways, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.